In today's episode, our guest is Kyle Paul. Kyle is a Hollywood actor. So let's talk to him about his experience in this country and in life in general. So, Kyle, welcome to the podcast. Thank you very much. So, how is India treating you so far?
I love this country. I can't exaggerate that enough. I love this country. Out of all the things I love about India, Navratri.
You're doing a Navratri fast? Fantastic.
I am. I am. And when I said I was doing it, I say, hey, this is not a religion I can celebrate. It's not my religion, but I am going to use it as an opportunity in solidarity to be able to relate and emotionally understand what my friends and loved ones in this country are going through. I'm going to do it as well. I had so many Indians be like, thank you, good for you. You're going to become more spiritually conscious. All these beautiful comments. And then I had all these comments from like Americans and England of people being like, that's cultural appropriation. How dare you? You can't do that. You're insulting the people.
That's precisely what the world needs to understand. Religious tolerance is a word in itself. I mean, why do you have to tolerate something? You should be accepting of it. Tolerating has a negative connotation to it.
That's beautiful. I'm gonna steal that from you. Ignore religious tolerance, religious acceptance. I'm stealing that from you. We in America are so spoiled. We've had so many luxuries and so many inconveniences removed from our lives. We start caring about things that actually don't matter. We have people in America willing to die to choose their own pronouns.
I won't hesitate in saying this. This nonsense is spilled a little too far.
Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. So I did motion capture. I did a giant video game for months and months on this in America. And my first time there, the head of this department says, Kyle, what are your pronouns? What do you prefer to be called? He, she, they, zim, zer. And I'm like, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. And everyone in their room just got so incredibly angry. And I'm like, no, I'm saying I don't care what you call me. It doesn't matter. You can call me whatever you need to call me to make your life better, to make you a better person. If you got to call me him, he, she, I don't care. It doesn't hurt my emotions anyway. And they couldn't understand that. And it's nice being in a place like India where that's not an issue here. Their priorities are they know what is more important. Friends, family, just earning enough money to pay for next month's rent. They just seem to have their priorities in order.
I have a lot of friends who went to the US for studies, and barring one, nobody came back.
Yeah, not to devalue India. I just think it's more bang for your buck is the saying we say in America, where there's so much drive, there's so many people that want to get out of poverty, raise their quality of life, and the effort they can put in here will give them results. But in America, they get so many more results. I mean, look at Google, Vivek Ramaswamy, the Prime Minister of Britain.
Brits were the ones who ruled us. I mean, ruled us for a good long 2 centuries. And suddenly
Right?
you have a person of Indian inheritance being their prime minister.
How great is that? How satisfying must that be as an Indian being like, hey, we're now in charge of the people that literally own this country, like within my lifetime? How satisfying.
It's always good to see somebody of your own fraternity and achieve such high post and such high designations, and that too in a foreign land. Of course, it is a proud moment, and yeah, without a doubt, yeah.
I think the world is getting more insulated. America is starting to become like, no, we only want Americans to have a good life. Chinese people are like, no, we have to be number one in the world. And And one of the things I love about Indians in particular is they're expanding everywhere so quickly because their morals and values do so well around the world. So now you have people of Indian descent, you have Americans of Indian descent in positions of power and authority in America.
God willing, who knows? I mean, maybe Vivek Ramaswamy might end up becoming a president. Maybe if not in this election, maybe in next one.
He's charming, he's energetic, he's successful, he's thoughtful. He's all the things we like about Trump, and he's also a nice person that doesn't say stupid things. I like Trump, but he is not a very presidential person.
He's a better version of Trump in that sense, yeah. More polished, more refined version of Trump. So how do you see the election panning out in the US next year? How do you see Trump performing?
The reason Trump was elected is because he was not a politician. He was the one that came in and was like, hey, you were a stupid, stupid woman. And people are like, whoa, you're not supposed to call people stupid. And he's like, she is stupid because of this, and this. And he was never wronged. But we were like, well, we don't like how you said it. But it was so refreshing for a person to be like, this is exactly what's happening in government. This is exactly this is where all the corruption, and we're like, hey, how do you know there's corruption there? He's like, because I use all the corruption. I've mastered the corruption. I do it with my companies. And people are like, whoa, so you're willing to screw over your own business to help us? And he's like, yes. And so everybody fell in love with him. The only people that did not love him was the people that had the power. That's it. So I think all these politicians that are now attacking him they're trying to be the best parts of Trump without all the personality faults of Trump. And not many of them can do it except like Ron DeSantis or Vivek
Ramaswamy, yeah.
I think he is a great balance of what the personality I would want as a president, but the policies of Trump. I think he's a little young. I think he will be president someday. I would love if president would give him some significant position in the government so he can get more experience with all the crazy bureaucracy and corruption in the government. And so he's better to take care of it when he's president.
So I don't know whether what I'll say will turn out to be true or not. But somehow I have a feeling that, in this election, Vivek Ramaswamy will end up running as the vice president mate for Trump.
I would like that. I think that might be a little too much, not power. He gets thrown into the fire too quickly. I would like him to be like, here's the fire. And then we give him jobs that puts him closer and closer into the fire. So he doesn't get destroyed by all the corruption and politics. I honestly see Trump going with Tulsi Gabbard. Do you know Tulsi Gabbard?
Yeah, Tulsi Gabbard. I've read about him. So I read about her rather, and she also has Indian roots. I really don't like her as such in terms of her policy outlook and all. I like Vivek Ramaswamy more. But yes, as you very rightly said, he's pretty young,
right?
Pretty inexperienced in politics.
Yeah.
So that's true. That's true as well.
I would like Tulsi as vice president just so she can see her policies counteract Trump's policies a little bit. But she's right in the middle of the road. She used to be a Democrat. Now she's unaffiliated. So I think she could be a good communication piece for the right and the left. She can be the one that's been like, hey, I'm not in either of your parties, so I'm going to be the mediator. I'm going to be the peacekeeper.